Morning, everybody. Welcome to, I guess this is called Western West Memphis. And it's really not in any kind of town at all, but we're just west of West Memphis, Arkansas. And I haven't given you an update in a while. Just kind of wanted to update you on some things, where I've been, what I've been doing. And around the holidays, it was kind of a hectic time, and so I wasn't able to put out a whole lot. I hope you enjoyed the fireworks that we posted just previously. Well, welcome to Pop's Mother Road Flatbed Report. I want to remind you once again, go down here and subscribe if you would. I appreciate that. We're trying to build the subscriptions up to 1,000. At 1,000, I start making a little bit of money. And so spread it around to your friends as we get going through various ways of hauling things. I haul farm implements for a company out of Kansas. And the videos that we do will be hauling just about anything. I don't show a whole lot of the implements and stuff because it's kind of a corporate deal that we want to keep it kind of on the QT as far as the way we do stuff and all that. I'll show you some things here and there, such as I have an exceptionally large cutter, bush hog. This is a 3-blade bush hog. Look at that thing. It's a monster on board. And just to kind of show you the tie downs, I have 2 tie downs on this side, straps on this side. They have the edge protectors up here at the top. One here, one here. It's a 3-blade series under here, there. And then on the other side, I'll go around there if I can, and I'll show you. On those top crossbars right here, I have a strap on those sides pulling it the other way, and so that pins it down onto the deck. And so that makes sure that that deck, even though it's sitting on a metal skid, you'll see down there, it's sitting on a metal skid, it won't move. And especially good here on this little step deck because it's up against the bulkhead down here. See that? And it's not going to move forward at all. The only thing I have to make sure is that the moving backwards, it doesn't move anywhere on that. But what our day is going to be like today is we're going to go down to Poplar Grove, Arkansas, and drop this big beast off. We're heading up to Osceola, Arkansas to a steel dealer up there, pick up some steel for our company, and we're going to be going up to Lucas, Kansas from there. Probably spend the night in the neighborhood of Kansas City in that general area. But we got an appointment at 1 o'clock. We better get going. So welcome back. Glad to see you here on Pop's Mother Road Flatbed Report. Make sure and subscribe. So when you start this thing in the morning, you press this button right here and hold it until this pops up. And when that pops up, then it'll start loading things, and you'll see here in just a minute that it will load things in the background. And when this little screen pops up, you can push it to the right or it'll self-clear. And then right down here, you'll see that it'll start telling you what all it's loading, everything that the company pays for. And then once that's loaded, then you'll get the other screen. There we go. Now it loads up, and the normal screen with all the icons we're familiar with shows up. And it'll show you up here in the upper right corner, it shows you your icons for your various things. There's time. This is the battery. That's the internal battery on the system here for the tablet. Shows you whether your GPS is functioning, and shows you if your cell phone connection is functioning. And this tells you if it's connected to your truck. All right. The flashing envelope, of course, is if you've got mail that's waiting for you. And with our company, we get lots of mail that comes through, and so generally that's going to be flashing almost all the time because they send a lot of mail that has lots of attachments to them that are redundant, and so we don't look at everything. Over here, you'll see it flashes through the various things like who's the one that's up and operating right now, what's the active trip, where you are, and what your current status is. And it flashes through those and it kind of shows you that, so you can start your day. So this is your start your day screen, and we're going to get it started so that we'll get our pre-trip done. So I hit my ELD icon and I come over here, and you'll notice that it says 8 hours available drive time. Two first things we want to do is we're going to go to the status, and we're going to go on not driver, and that put us on the on duty line, and that would be when we start doing our pre-check. First thing we do in pre-check is we get our logs up to date. So we click on that, go to review logs, and then it's going to show you yesterday's log, which was 7/6, and you can tab through it real quick and see that there's no problems, which there are no problems. And we're going to say, okay, that's good. So, and we're going to certify it, and then we're going to put my numbers in here. Pause it for a second while I do that. And once that is done, then you click the agree, and agree shows it's certified, and your little corner, orange corner, disappears, shows you're up to date. You're now 2 minutes into your pre-trip. All right, I'm gonna start my pre-trip, and we'll come back and we'll get on with the day. Oh, hi guys. How you doing? A second. Tastes good. Well, it's a hot day. Here it is, what, 3 days after the 4th of July. And I'm just into about 19 miles north of the Missouri border, out of Arkansas on Interstate I-55, Interstate 55. And I've loaded a load of steel, about 41,000 pounds worth of steel. And my load's somewhere in the neighborhood of 76,000, somewhere in that neighborhood. I'm not going to even weigh it because I can scale 76,000 with not even breathing. So everything's cool. Just say, hey, you caught me eating lunch. I'm doing my 30-minute break after I loaded. Kind of show you some of the things that I eat out here. This is full of green tea and ice. This is a turkey sandwich in which I use pickles, and I think I put ranch dressing on it today. And of course, the everlasting Cheetos. Have you found these yet at the store? These Snaps Dill Bites. Those are really good. I like them. So one of the things I have never been able to do is kind of explain some of the food that I eat out here. And this is the second bunk up here. That's where Carol sleeps, up here. And when she's not here, I usually put it full of my clothes and snacks and stuff like that. And over here is the closet. You can see that my my high visibility vest is on there. And here's the refrigerator down here, and that's where I keep all my stuff. I got grapes down there. I've got some beans left over from the weekend, and of course over here, this is my it's not insulin. This is my medicine that I take because I am a diabetic. I'm not a type 1. I'm a type 2 diabetic, and so my diet is very important to me. Here's the freezer in here, and so my diet is very important to me. When I say diet, I'm not really on a diet per se. I just watch what I eat and try to keep my carbs really low. So if you're a type 2 diabetic, I'll kind of bring in on some of the stuff, how I cook here. And if you have been one of my trainees, I treat all my trainees to a steak dinner that I cook right here inside the truck. And I'll bring you in and let you see how to do that sometime. How I have a steak and potato dinner with salad, and it's really pretty good. Show you one other thing that this is my breakfast stuff down here, and this is a new item that's on the shelves now, and we get this at Sam's, and it's Fairlife's protein. And I used to drink the Atkins drinks, and they had a certain amount of protein. I think they were like 20 grams of protein, and they were like 1 gram of carbohydrate. These things here are a net of 4 carbs, but their protein is, look, it is 30 grams of protein in that. They're a little more expensive than the Atkins, a little bit. Like I get a 12 pack here for 15. I get a 12 pack of Atkins for like 13, something like that. So there's a little bit of difference in them. But these are delicious too. Now Atkins has just a little bit of a, I don't know, a dietetic twang to it when you drink it. These guys are like drinking chocolate milk. I miss chocolate milk. Get these things really cold. They are great. So I endorse these. So anyway, that's lunch. My 30-minute break is just about over with, so I'm going to be heading back behind the wheel, which, if I can turn you around, is right there. I'm in the truck stop. Truck's parking and everything in here. So that's what it looks like so far. I'll check in with you guys this evening, and we'll post this up later on tonight. All right? Okay. Well, it's the end of the day. I'm just east of Kansas City, and I pulled in truck stop. I don't usually park this crooked, but that gentleman over there made a little room for me to get in here since I was one of the last ones in here, and I nosed this thing in here. I mean, look. Yeah, there's a truck. So that's what it looks like. So here I am at the end of the day, pretty well done, and going to find myself a little bit of something to eat, and maybe get a shower done tonight, and be ready for the next day tomorrow. I'm going up to Lucas, Kansas with this steel. And once I'm up in Lucas, Kansas, to get this steel unloaded, then I'll be heading down to Salina and grab another load heading somewhere. And I'll kind of let you know when that's going to happen. So this has been a interesting couple of days here, going down into Arkansas and getting a couple of drops done there. Big pieces of equipment that I dropped off. So it's what it looks like most of the time. And loading this steel coming back is kind of a different thing for people too, because you have to coat this steel. I say coat, you have to put visqueen underneath it and on top of it, and then put a tarp on top of all of it. So it makes for an interesting wrap, you know. So anyway, that's what it's going to look like. Hope you enjoyed a little more of the ELD education that I could give you today. Had to throw a little bit of that in there also. So you guys have a good one. I will check with you guys in a couple of days. And happy birthday to our country. All right? Don't forget to subscribe down there. I'm sure you're using a couple of new subscribers, okay? Thanks a lot, guys.